Hey, corn folk, welcome back. Time for a couple boxes of nickels. As you can see, this one is, lived a rough life getting to me. We had to tape it up at the bank just so I could get it out the door without losing everything. But I've cut them both open, both circulated. So no luck on pulling a 2024 box, unfortunately. But that's all right because it just means we got to hunt. So I'm going to start with the ugly one here and get that one out of the way. And I'll bring you in whenever I find something, or every 10, 15, 20 rolls or so. However it works out, I'll be back. So we're on roll 6 here. Got a 2022 Philly under the scope with one of the better double die reverses from that year. You can see it up in here and E pluribus unum some. I guess a decent bit, but and then probably the craziest part of it is down towards the bottom. There's also some doubling over here on the left side of the building and then this archway. And then down here is where it gets crazy. On 5 cents, you can see it doubled real strong, especially on the F and the I. Then kind of the bottom of the left bottom serif for the N kind of stands out. And then all throughout states, it's like super stretched out. Or through United States, like you can see it real easily up in the top of the U, and it's kind of all along the top of the letters, and also in the bottom or the middle part of that E there kind of stands out as well. I don't know why it keeps fluctuating on me here, but I want to say this is the second one of this one I found. But I'm not exactly sure. I believe it's on Brian Rybar's page. I think it's WDDR number 9, I believe. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm pretty sure it's number 9. So pretty cool find. I found a few older ones, but nothing super crazy quite yet until we came across this guy. So I figured I'd stop. And I'll show you the older ones later on, but had to share this one as we found it. So jump back in, see what else there is. So we're going through roll 8 here, and we got ourselves a proof. A little beat up, but still proof. 1973. You can still see that cameo and the mirrored fields. It's just been out there in circulation for a minute, so nice little find though. Definitely take it. And we're going to jump back in, see what else we get. So we've worked through the first 10 rolls here. Got a few of the older ones we found. Got a 46 and a 56 Philly. A 46 Denver. 340 or 54 Denvers. I wish it was 45. And then 159 Denver. And then we also got one more under the scope here. It's another 2022 with DDR on it. I'm not positive. I want to say it's 6, but like it's got some wear on it. It's kind of hard verifying like the die markers they got listed, but I'm pretty sure it's number 6. You see some doubling up in the top of the U there, and the T especially. An inside part of the top of the D there. And then it kind of decreases as we go along here. Kind of stands out at the top of the T, the first T on states. And then kind of peters out towards the end a little bit. You can see it pretty good on the E on the lower part here on the inside. And then it looks like 5's a little thicker to me. I could be wrong, but and then a little bit up in E pluribus as well. You see on the middle part of the top middle part of the E there. A little bit on the P and L, looks like. But it's a good little find. Not as dramatic as the first one we found, but can't get mad on 2 decent double dies out of 10 rolls. So Gonna keep on hunting, see what else we can get. So we made it through the second set of 10 rolls here. We got a few older ones. We got a 39 Philly, a 40 Philly, 46 Philly. Unfortunately, none of the Hennings, although it was all 3 years. We had a 54 Denver, and we did have one 2009 Philly, lower vintage. Don't find a whole lot of those. And then we got one under the scope here, or kind of under the scope. What is it? 2015 Philly. Unfortunately, it got a good bit of gunk on it. It's gonna need a little love from some acetone, but it's got a pretty cool little strike through down here on the bottom. The E's pretty weak, and the D and the S and the T of states are pretty much completely obliterated. Never really found a strike through quite like that on a nickel. Not that I hunt a ton of them, but I hunt quite a few. But like I said, unfortunately, it's a little grimy, but I think it'll clean up pretty well. But we got those through the second set of 10 rolls, and we're going to jump in to the next. Well, third set of rolls. Didn't take long to produce. Very first one. So roll 21. Got a little piece of silver here. You can see the Philly mint mark on the back there. Haven't flipped it over yet, but it's pretty well worn, as you would expect. But we got a 42 Philly. Nice little type 2, my favorite type. Little piece of silver, first piece of silver for the year. Hopefully the first of many. But we're gonna jump back in, keep it going. Well, we've got through the next set of 10 rolls here. So we're up through 30 rolls of the box. We had two 47 Phillies, and then some Denver coinage here. We had a 1940. This 57 that's in pretty darn good shape. Ooh. Looks like it either recently came out of an album or maybe a mint set. It's got a little bit of circulation on it, but not a ton. Just happy to find that in its current state. We'll have to hold on to that for one of these days when I finally get an album going. And then a 58 and a 59 Denver as well. That's the finds from that third set of coins, or third set of rolls. So we're going to jump back in and keep on going with this box. Well, we just very sloppily pushed roll 39 out of the tube here. Having to try to save these, I ran out of wrappers. I think I'm going to finish this box and then come back. But just the way she landed, we can see that little beauty right there. Got ourselves a second little piece of silver. Got a 43. Some kind of a cool little look to it, like tiger striped almost. And a 43 Philly. Pretty sweet. A little better shape than the last one, if memory serves correctly. So I will gladly take that. I don't think there was anything else. There's this one down here that's off color, but I think it's just all corroded and junky. Yeah, I don't know what that is, but 95 maybe. But we'll take a little piece of silver and jump back into the rest of the roll. Well, we're through 40 rolls here, and out of the last 10 rolls, we had one Canadian, 1998. Only one older Philly, this dirty, nasty, beat up 41. A few Denvers, a 40, a 52, 56, 57, and 58. And then our one little piece of silver, 1943 Philly. I checked, there's no DDO, no overdate. Can't really tell very well. There's an RPM on it with the wear we got on it, but I'm not seeing anything standing out. But still gladly add it to the stack and jump back in, see what else we can get in these last 10 rolls of this box. Whoa, almost dropped you. So we're nearing the end of the first box here. We got a 2020 Philly under the scope here. And you can see the truss, or I guess rust, is pretty much completely obliterated by a grease strike. And dirty water, if you're out there, I know it's a grease strike because the grease was on it. But I didn't think it was grease. I thought it was just gunk. Dang it. It didn't look like, it didn't have any like shavings or anything in it. It just looked like gunk on there. So, of course, I wiped it and took off all the good stuff. but at least we can see the strike through now, I guess. But so it was at least a good find. I just wish I had left it as is instead of removing the grease. But anyways, as you can see, these nickels are filthy. I think I've washed my hands like 6 times in this box of nickels, stopping to do different stuff. But cool little finds. So we're almost to the end here, and I'll bring you back in at the end if I don't find something else in the meantime. So we wrapped up the first box here, got all the way through. We had a few more finds in the last 10 rolls. We had another Canadian, 1984, couple Phillies, 41 and 56. A few Denvers. What do we got? 55, it looks like. 58 and a 59. This 59, it kind of looks all chewed up, but actually it's like got all kinds of lamination issues going on. A little bit on the reverse, but mainly on the obverse. I guess I could throw it under the scope here. You can see a little bit better, but like this part here, like right in the middle of his cheek is completely flaked off. And I think some of this down here is completely flaked off. And it's just kind of all over the obverse of the coin. It's got a little grime on it too, but it's got all kinds of laminations going on. And then we had one other one that's not quite as old, but it was just in gorgeous shape. We got a 67. Hang on to that for that album that's going to happen one of these days. But 67 Philly, in really good shape. Not a great strike, but just really, really good shape for coming out of a roll. So we're definitely going to hang on to that. And we're going to jump into box 2, see what else we can get. Well, we're through the first 10 rolls of the second box here. We got a 39 Philly. Unfortunately, no double dies. No handing. But it's still an early one. We got a few Denvers. 41, couple 57s, and a 59. And then one honorable mention, 1969S. I don't see a ton of the San Francisco mint marks. It's an okay kind of shape, I guess, for a 69. So I figured I'd pull that out. But that's it so far. Jump back in. Working through roll 19. Didn't show on the edge, but we got a little piece of silver. 1945 out of San Francisco. Gladly take it. It all adds up. So we're going to jump back in and hopefully find some of his friends. Alright, so we finished up the second 10 rolls here. Got a few of the older ones we found. Got from Philly 2 1940s, 41 and a 59. From Denver we got a 40. Is that a 40 or 49? 49. I thought it was a 40. A 56 and a 59, and then one San Francisco, 1953, San Francisco. We'll take it. Jumping back in, see what else we can get. We're working through roll 25 here. Got an 83 Philly under the scope. Just a kind of a minor error. A little bit of a misaligned die. You can see down here on the bottom, kind of that
railroad rim effect. Say that 3 times fast. And then up here on the top is kind of almost cut off all along the top, down in the Liberty as well. And then reverse, we're all centered up. So a little bit of a find. Figured I'd bring you in and show you. I also found I want to say I found one of these before, a one chrome. I don't know, but then on the back there's a bunch of vibes. So I don't know what's what, but I'm guessing that's Norwegian, and it's whatever denomination this is from 1997. But I thought it was kind of cool, and gonna jump back in.
So from rolls 20 through 30, or I guess 21 through 30, we got just a few older ones here. Got a 40 and a 41 out of Philly. And then the Denvers, we have 49, which I feel like I don't find it as often. So I don't know if it's a little more rare or not, but 54 and a 57. So nothing super exciting, but we're going to jump back in and see what we can get. Well, the fourth set of 10 rolls on this second box didn't give up quite as much as the others have been. We got a few finds though. We got a 98 Canadian, a 59 out of Philly, and a 58 out of Denver. And that was it from those 10 rolls. So we're hoping the last 10 rolls are a little more exciting. Be nice to find a Buffalo or some more silver. But we'll see. I'll be back. So we're on the second to last roll here of the hunt. Watching a little Dirty Water. Got him on pause. Go check him out. I'm telling you. Man knows what he's doing. We got another 22 Philly under the scope here with a DDR. I'm not sure this one's listed. I can't get it to match up exactly with anything that I'm seeing, but it's similar to a couple, so maybe I'm just missing something. But we got some doubling here in the E, you can see pretty well. A little in the P and the L. And it looks like it kind of tapers off up on the top part. And then down here in the bottom, all over the place here. Looks like it's, you can see down the bottom of the F and the I. And down here in United, it's pretty easy to see. The top of the U, kind of on both sides, the N. Real easy to see in the T and the E and the D. You can see how it's all kind of stretched out up here, underneath there. That little bit up there in the top of the D, and a little bit on the S there. It seems like the top of the T up here might be stretched out a bit. It's a little thicker than the other, it looks like, and then it just kind of tapers off. A lot of these are stronger on the left-hand side and then tapered towards the right for whatever reason. I'm sure it had something to do with the die making process, but I don't know exactly what it is. But like I said, I can't get it to match up exactly. And it looks like there might be a little doubling over on the left side of the building here as well. But yeah, I don't know. I can't get any of the die markers to match up. So we're just going to call it DDR. I just don't know which one. But we're going to jump in, finish up this last bit of this roll and the last roll overall. And I'll be back. Well, we just finished up the last of the boxes here. We got a few finds out of the last 10 rolls. We got from Philly, we got a 39, no henning, 42, 48, and a 53. Also not a henning, unfortunately. One Denver coin, 1955 Denver. Well, I guess two Denver coins. We got the honorable mention, 2009 Denver. We're going to take that guy, bring him over here to complete our Philly Denver set for the hunt. This is a wrap up from the hunt. We got our 3 different DDRs from the 22 Phillies. P&D from 2009. We got that 59, I think it was a Denver with all the laminations on it. Yeah, Denver. Our one proof find, 1973.
This one's kind of hard to see, but that's the one with the strike through that needs a little acetone bath. This is the one with the strike through that I cleaned off because I didn't know what it was. I'm an idiot. And our 3 little pieces of silver, which were happy additions. We're going to take them. We're going to travel over this way. Drop them in our silver jug. And that's going to be it for this hunt. I believe we'll be back on some halves next, but we'll see. All right, folks. Have a good one, and I'll see you later.